Hey guys, Desolate Magic here. We've got a couple more spoilers from the upcoming Assassin's Creed crossover Universes Beyond set, whatever you want to call it. So it's time to continue to be confused by the unusual lore in this weird universe. First up, there's Javi, the Allfather. He's a 3-color plus 3, so 6 total, red plus green plus white. Legendary creature god warrior, because I guess that's in the game somehow. If there are 4 or more historic cards in your graveyard, have you as indestructible, and then Sage's Plan. Whenever Javi or another legendary creature you control dies, return target legendary creature card with a lesser mana value from your graveyard to the battlefield tapped, and he's a 6/6. Oh, that's like that evolution effect, but in reverse. That's pretty good. It's a little weaker than like Persistent Undying, but good, because those are overpowered. I kind of like this. This will actually be like kind of a fun commander. So next up, we've got Tax Collector. Boy, if you want to paint a target on your back in a multiplayer commander game, be the IRS. So it's a 2-cost white 2/2 creature human advisor uncommon, but I wanted to point this out because it's just so neat. When it enters the battlefield, choose 1, tax until your next turn, spells your opponent's cast cost 1 more to cast, or arrest, detain target creature an opponent controls. Now detain is a really old school ability. Until your next turn, that creature can't attack or block, and its activated abilities can't be activated. That's just kind of neat. It's just a nuisance card, which fits. Next up, I just wanted to show that apparently you can pull the non-full art version of these lands. Well, that would suck. Next up, Escarpment Fortress. Not Escapement, Escarpment. So it's a rare 5-cost white 3/5 creature wall. So I'm already interested because those usually get kind of weird. Defender, it can't attack. Yeah, it's a wall. Reach, this creature can block creatures with flying, so it do be a very tall wall. And other creatures you control get +1/+0. Okay, a universal half-lord card. Hello. And whenever you attack with 2 or more creatures, draw a card. This is insane. This costs 5 for a good reason. Like, this is such an insanely good utility card. There are cheaper versions of this that are really, really similar from around like the 2010 to 2015 era of Magic in blue, but I can't name anything like this in white that doesn't also involve life gain. There could well be, but I'm unaware of it, so man, this card is good. So obviously these cards are designed heavily for eternal singleton formats, so, you know, Commander. So mentioning that it's not legendary doesn't really do much for you, except that you could clone it. So a white-blue deck with this in it, oh boy. Now, my white-blue Commander deck doesn't do anything like this. I'm probably still going to try to acquire this and put it in it. It's just that good. And I can't build a blue set without cloning stuff. Come on. It's me. Okay, you know me. So next up, we got Rooftop Bypass. It's a 3-cost blue-black enchantment. Whenever 1 or more non-token creatures you control deal combat damage to a player, create a 1/1 black assassin creature token with Menace. Recurring assassin creation for 2. Okay, now we're talking. I kind of had in the back of my mind that Assassins was going to be like a swarm deck, and then I thought, nah, that can't be it, because that's not how the games work. You don't just show up with 50 Assassins, you show up with like 1. Well, I got news for you. They're not really sticking to that. Anybody find it odd that, like, the art, the name, everything about it screams, oh, make a creature unblockable, and then it completely doesn't do that? Struck me as odd. Next up, we got Ravenclaw War Axe. It's a 2-color equipment. Not much of that in the game. Is a 3-cost red-white, thus making it officially a candy cane equipment. And when it enters the battlefield, you may search your library and or graveyard for a card named Ivor Battle Ready, reveal it, and put it into your hand. If you search your library this way, shuffle. Equipped creature gets +2/+0 and has trample, and then equip 2. Underwhelming, except that, you know, it's kind of like Living Weapon, except you get to go get the whole dude. Interesting, flavorful combo, probably not that powerful. But next up, we got Auditor Ambush. Now, if you're like me, you're wondering, what the heck is an Auditor? And then looked it up, and it's just Ezio's last name. So it's a 4-cost blue-black sorcery, choose 1 or both, return target creature to its owner's hand, which is pretty pointless at sorcery speed. And then 2, target player searches their library and or graveyard for a card named Ezio Blade of Vengeance, reveals it, and puts it into their hand. If they search their library this way, they shuffle. So another, like, go get the hero card, kind of going in an odd direction, but this whole set is pretty unusual. Speaking of that, Surtur, Fiery Jotun or something. Jotun? I don't know. I don't remember what those things do. Yes, I'm German and aware that it's called an umlaut. I still don't remember how it affects vowels. I know too many languages already. Anyway, it's a 5 cost, 5/5 double red for some reason because this whole dang set is double everything. Legendary creature, giant god warrior. So those are in the game. It has trample, which is this creature could deal... Okay, I'm not actually going to read that. Whenever you cast a historic spell, Searcher, Fiery Jotun, or whatever, deals 3 damage to any target. I mean, there's some pinging cards for cheaper, but they tend to hit you for 1, which is pretty much the unofficial definition of pinging. This guy's launching cannons, okay? He ain't pinging you. He's throwing boulders at you. In the official lore, actually, he's pinging you for 1, but then you get hit for 2 more for each dot in the umlaut in his name. I don't know if you knew that or not. Subscribe for more deep, interesting lore and secrets and Easter eggs in the game that are totally accurate. And in the flavor text, it says, "Do you falter, Lord of Asgard?" which confuses me more than pretty much anything else in this entire set so far. So what, like he is Odin, or he's... you know what? I don't own a peasant station. I'm never going to play these games, and I don't care. Ubisoft is trash. Next up, Achilles Davenport. So he's like the Achilles you've heard of, except instead of a weakness being a tendon in his ankle or whatever, his weakness is your grandma's couch. So he's a 4 cost, we'll just call it assassin, colored legendary creature, human assassin, 3/3, with free running 2, 1 of each color, and then menace. He also has other assassins you control, get +1/+1, because of course. You gotta boost up those trash 1/1s and 2/1s and 2/2s, or you ain't getting through with nothing. And honestly, if you put this deck up against Elf Ball, good luck. But it's not supposed to be like, oh, this is the new premier high-powered have-to-have-it commander set. They went the other way with it, and they're like, you know what? People who aren't Magic, long-time players are going to buy this. People who just like are casual but super into the Assassin's Creed world are definitely going to buy this. So let's just crank down the power level, make it understandable, and feel a little better to the players. And I do agree with that. I'm not going to buy it, but I agree with it. And believe it or not, that is it for today. So instead of dumping like 2,000 cards on us all at once and expecting YouTubers to cover it, and then we just don't, so they just burn their free marketing, they're keeping it real this time. So once again, don't really know the size of this set. I'm not sure if they've actually revealed that. I could probably look it up if I gave a crap, but I think you all know the answer to whether or not I do. Thanks for watching. Sub for more crazy spoiler coverage and more crazy MTG news, and I'll see you guys next time.